summer solstice reading. I'm going to do all signs. And I did look up the horoscope, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to start with Aries. I do have a message about the summer solstice, right? So I realize I'm a little like the summer solstice is on the 20th, which is Thursday. And it's kind of like the longest day of the year, right? And they're very powerful days. And they could be very emotional days for some people. So like from June 15th to the 25th, I mean, expect that, right? And so this whole vibe is about family, right? Because it's all happening in Cancer, right? So the summer solstice begins in Cancer, so it could be like a lot of feelings about nurturing, about family, stuff, family members. So approach this change as a Cancer when you're going through the summer solstice. Think like a Cancer. So ask yourself, what would make me feel most at home? Practice self-love and self-care during the solstice when you're happiest and healthiest. You shine your loving light on others with more flair. The summer is ripe for your reinvention. So that's what the solstice energy brings in, is reinvention of the self, which is beautiful, It's about nurturing, it's about loving not only yourself, but others as well, right? So a lot of cool things happening with the solstice because it's in Cancer. So we're going to feel all that love and emotions as well. So the Aries is the first one that I'm going to be reading for. Here's what the messages on the internet said. The solstice is a portal into the happiest family experiences you can imagine. This event highlights your home and family. You'll experience more peace with your closest loved ones. You'll feel satisfied with low-key love. Let the solstice remind you of the pleasure you can get from the simplest things and your most solid relationships. That's pretty cool, huh, Aries? Let's see what Spirit wants to say about it. Should we use a different deck? I think we should. Don't you feel like solstice energy deserves Akashic? I think so. Let's look into the Akashic records and see what's planned for us right now, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, Aries. Sorry, I didn't mean to shuffle the wrong time, but I was like, man, when I read this, I feel like maybe we could get a little more info with this deck. So, Solstice Portal is a portal to the happiest family experiences that you can have, that you can imagine, right? Okay, Akashic Field. This is the Ace of Fire, right? So wands. That is the Akashic Field in this thing. So it could be like you're tapping in to the realm of fire, right? Maybe you're getting like new ideas. It kind of looks like it because the Muse card is here, which is about great ideas. It's about having it's a time of like getting heightened incoming messages, right? Like you have your own spirit muse just hanging out with you all the time. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a message here about you could be moving, or they could be talking about this journey that you're going to go on with this new beginning in wands, right? This new idea, like it's taken you 7 of roses. It's taken you on a journey. I mean, this is looking like, a boat trip, maybe you're going on a cruise. I don't know. But like something is like, you have a big opportunity here is another meaning for that card, right? So it could be about a really great idea, something that you've been working on, and it's taking you somewhere really great, right? I do feel like that you have spirit guides around you, so you might be feeling very inspired. Ace of Cups, right? commitment, looking at your life. That's exactly what the reading said about it. Like you're looking at your commitments, you know, and maybe your role in the family too. Like I feel like maybe you're even like getting closer with your children. Maybe children are becoming your focus here, and maybe they are your muse, right? Maybe watching them looking through eyes of a child gives you a whole new perspective, and you're off to the races with this new idea, right? So what I feel like is like you have an opportunity for a couple of new beginnings here over the solstice. So I mean, we have a full moon, right? Like the next day or something. So I kind of feel like, or like during this same energy, the full moon's going to be out too. It's a strawberry moon. So make sure and, you know, use that energy, work with that energy. I feel like the 17 card is like, could be a challenge for you here. And I'm not sure what it is, but maybe it's actually going on the journey or something, right? Explain to me what the challenge is here. Because it's like something changes really. It could be about what you believe, how you've been believing, you know? Like something inside of you is changing, and it could be challenging too. You know what this reminds me of? Like, look at the card. Like this guy, like his whole face is off, right? In his hand, he's looking at it or trying to, but his face is over here now, right? It's about beliefs, right? Like this 17 card is saying, like, this is a tricky little place. It's a challenge. It reminds me of when I learned that the religion I grew up with wasn't what they said, like it wasn't the truth with a capital T. You know what I mean? Like I started poking holes in the theory when I was like 40. But up until that point, I believed it. I believed every fucking bit of it. Even if I was not doing what it said, I still believed. Then I started realizing, like, wait a minute, this doesn't really, I don't really know if I believe in this anymore, right? So I feel like it could be something like that. And it could be about the way you feel about yourself. It could be about religious ideas. It could be about whether or not you want to, like, invest in this journey thing, right? Okay. So there's a fated event here, right? It's about like new seeds being planted of truth. It's truth coming in for you, Aries. So I think you're realizing something, and I'll tell you what. Since it's about your family and your family experience for you right here, and it's a portal to the happiest time of your life, I feel like it's a good tower. You know what I mean? I don't know why it could be challenging, except for that there's something that you believed that is changing. Maybe it's something about the way you feel about yourself, you know, because I have this lack card at the bottom. Like in the past, you feel like you're not enough. Like maybe you feel limited, but like there's new information coming in. And it is like a tower, it is divine intervention, you know? Like you're seeing who you truly are here. You're going to rise, dude. There's your own energy, Aries energy. Like you're realizing who you are here, right? So I feel like you have a really great, like, heart chakra opening moment with your family or with your inner child. It could be either one of those. But I feel like something's happening in this situation that's causing you to reevaluate, I don't know, the way you see yourself. Maybe the way you've always seen yourself, right? It's changing. And I feel like it's fated for that to happen. So be on the lookout for this really great idea, okay? Because I think this could be life transforming too, and I think it's about creating something, right? So keep an eyeball peeled for this portal of new information and this new, like, it's like it feels like all of a sudden you just sit down and write a Pulitzer Prize novel, or you know what I mean? Like you just, your higher self talks to you, you listen, you take note of it, and everything changes, you know? everything. And since it's in your house, maybe it's about your family, you know? So next is Taurus. And here's what the information said. It's about having fun for you, this portal of the solstice. It's about socializing, having fun, hanging out with your neighbors, your friends, having picnics, meaningful conversation, cocktail parties. So get up and go. Rekindle friendships. Relax. It's that kind of energy for you, Taurus. Kicking it. Having some fun, hanging out with your friends. So you're going to be feeling that kind of energy. Like that's what the summer solstice is going to, you're going to like feel like calling up an old friend or taking a little weekend trip to see somebody you haven't seen in a long time. I feel like it's going to like open up that kind of energy. How come, Spirit? What do you want Taurus to know about the solstice energy? What's going to happen for them? Let's predict something cool. Okay, Ace of Cups. Of course, that would come out since it's in Cancer, right? It's the sign of love and family, right? You've got a miracle coming, right? Archangel Raphael. This is an energy of love, family. He's a miracle worker. This Archangel Raphael comes in human form. Is what this card is saying. So like there's someone coming into your life. And I think you have not met them yet. Ace of Cups and Archangel Raphael. This could be a commitment. It could be an offer of love. There's the birth card, which is kind of like Empress energy, right? So it's kind of like you're having a rebirth, something new. Look at those two majors right there together, right? So we know when we see the major arcanas, like this is something we, our soul really signed up to do. So, okay, let's see what's happening here. You're getting really strong, making a strong foundation. This could be about like a family, like with your family, or maybe it's a friend coming in. I just want one more, Spirit. The lightning bolt, well, they gave me 4. They're like, no, you can have 4 more, not 1 more. Oh, I mean 5. Okay. All right. Well, they won't have a lot to say to you, Taurus, evidently. You have another archangel here through this portal. So it started on the 15th. I know it's probably a couple of days ago, but it goes until the 25th, this little portal of energy of the solstice, right? So you've got Gabriel coming in here now. This is someone bringing in truth, right? It could be about you expressing your feelings because you're clear now. Gabriel is the archangel of communication, So he basically is kind of like coming in to give you a message. It could be about your past and how maybe you have to surrender something. And I think it could be this karmic trench that you're in. And I don't know, but it's like you're doing the same thing over and over and you're never really getting to the end. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even have the chat on. Let's see. Hello. Hi, Tim. Hi, Bill. Hi, Sapna. Okay. So we're doing all signs again. We're on Taurus now. All right, so it looks to me like, honestly, it looks to me like you are really doing good. Like a lot of cool things happening around you. Transformation, you got this miracle coming in. I wonder if the miracle could have something to do with the Four of Scrolls. That's your center. Let's see what that Four of Scrolls is. I feel like the Four of Scrolls is like a karmic repeating, like it's a cycle that you can't get out of, right? So tell me what it is. Okay, so it's about feeling like doubtful about yourself. You feel like you don't have enough. That's how you look at yourself. And that's the stuckness. You know what I mean? Like you're stuck there in this feeling like you're suffering. But there's freedom coming, okay? So, and a new beginning. All right. So it's telling me that this is going to turn around, this thing in the middle, right? And so the problem, the karmic trench, is the way you feel about yourself, obviously. It's got that mirror card, everything. So if you feel like you're not enough, then you're just going to stay in this fucked up place. So here you got this portal of energy, Taurus. It's just for you, the solstice, right? Like just imagine this big Cancerian energy coming at you with just so much love and light, right? It's going to be shining on you like the sun on a perfect day. I feel like you're going to feel peaceful. I feel like you're understanding like a strong foundation. You're realizing your strength. You're realizing the past, what the past gave you. Deep roots, strong foundation, ability to bend and change and forgive and rebirth, right? You're understanding all of that about yourself. Now, down here, I feel like what's happening is like this archangel's coming in to communicate with you about all of that past stuff. Then you surrender, and then new beginning, you know? It's coming in quick, like boom, lightning bolt. Tell me about the lightning bolt. Whoa. Probably just because it's like, well, it's like 10 days of good energy, right? It is. It's divine timing. It's saying trust it. You're going to understand your strength. I feel like you're getting a huge dose of empowerment, right? I feel like your heart is being opened too, like heart chakra. So, you know, in here in the beginning when we were talking about it, like hanging out with friends and like socializing, looking up old people, finding new people, having a picnic, meaningful conversation, that's where these archangels are going to be. They're going to be in the social settings, and they're coming in to tell you something that's going to set you free. So be on the lookout for this person coming in, offering love and friendship and light. You'll feel their light. You're going through a huge transformation here, and I feel like you're understanding like your role in the universe with the rebirth card. You know, you're coming out like this brand new fucking person. So completely healed, contract closed, you know. There's a big change coming. It's coming through this portal of energy with the solstice. So alchemy coming, higher self coming. The end of the toxic cycle. Unexpectedly, it just leaves. It's this miracle worker. So when this reading tells you to go hang out with people, do it, because that's where you're going to get this information, this change. Someone's going to say something, do something, right? Gabriel is about communication, so someone's going to say something there. But the Raphael brings energy of love. Let's look at it closer. Family, miracles, healing, blessed journeys. It is a miracle. This could be a family member, the Raphael, right? So what I mean by these guys coming is like, I feel like, well, I'll just tell you this story of why I feel like this. One time I did a reading on myself. It was when I very first got these cards. And I really love these cards because they're so magical. They feel magical. And I got all these archangels coming out. And what I did at the time, because I really was brand new at it, and so I looked up the meaning for every card, and then I kept a journal, like what happened after that, because I was just asking for 1 week, like this day, this day, this day. I was trying to like see if I could really read cards, you know? And so all these archangel come, the three of them came out. And I wrote down what that meant. And that, it seemed like that week I did meet three people, and they were all male, and they all gave me some kind of a message that I needed to hear. And ever since then, when I read these cards and it says this one comes as a human, right? This one could use a human to deliver the message. So I kind of feel like what happens is people that are willing to be used by like they're tapped in enough that they're like, yeah, go ahead and speak through me. And they don't even know they're doing it, you know, but that angel is giving the message through the person. Do you know what I mean? Like the three angels that I ran into, like really, wow, it was so unbelievable. The first one was this guy just walking down the street, and he came and told me I was beautiful. He walked with me for about 2 blocks and I never saw him again. And then the second angel that came into my life was I was working at this store in Hawaii, and I was reading cards there, and this guy came in to like try and get a job there. He was a massage therapist, and turned out that this guy, so the boss didn't really want to deal with him or whatever, so she kind of like pushed him off on me and said, why don't you go do a massage for Tina, and Tina, you read for him. And I didn't really want a massage. I didn't know the guy. I was like, I don't know about this massage thing, but I did read cards for him, and what I found out was he was the same religion as me. He grew up the same way as me. He was a Jehovah's Witness too. And wow, did I get have a really great conversation with that guy. We kept in touch for, I don't know, maybe about 6 months or something. He was a very powerful, magical individual. And the third person, I felt an electric shock when I touched his hand, and he changed my life forever. And so that's why when I'm telling you guys, Taurus, look for these people. They're coming. Look for them. Keep notes of what's going on through the solstice, just so you can prove it to yourself. Okay, so now I'll go on to Gemini. Hello. Hi, Tim. Thanks for listening to my three angels story. That has to be one of the coolest things ever that happened to me. And I kind of think it really it made me believe in these cards even more. You know, some people go like, why do you believe in cards? And I'm like, I don't know what the deal is with the cards, but they're fucking real. Okay, Gemini, here's what it says. Money and prosperity. That's where it's focusing for you. Get your home and your finances in order. The more you feel at peace about money, the more fun you can have. You may attract someone who's more grounded than you or than your usual type, but keep an open mind. In romance, there is much to be revealed, one tiny moment at a time. In work, you could be more serious. Listen and learn. Okay, so it's in your money and prosperity, basically, right? Getting your finances in order. You did, Tim? Isn't it kind of cool, isn't it? I think I wouldn't have known or put that together if I wouldn't have done that reading first. And honestly, I don't think I would have even remembered if I wouldn't have wrote it down, you know? But I did write it down, and I was journaling like a motherfucker back then. So I had every bit of those three encounters, and they were all within a few days of each other. It was really kind of cool. Okay. Hi, Janet. Thanks, Tim. Okay, loving elementals, 3 roses. This is a beautiful card. This is about your joy increasing. This is about playing. This is about allowing yourself to see the other realms. It's like tapping in. I think it's because you're onto something really new and amazing. I feel like you're working on something, the Muse card, right? I think this could be about, like a project that you're working on, something that brings balance into your life. I feel like Ace of Scrolls, this would be Ace of Swords. I feel like you could be going on a trip. It looks to me like you're getting on a train. So it's almost like you get to go anywhere you want. What way are you going to choose? What path are you going to take? Remember, like every single path leading you somewhere different. Like which one are you going to take? That's what it looks like. You're like on this new beginning thing and you're like, wow, I could go anywhere. What are you going to choose? Ace of Scrolls is a lot of times about clarity. It's about truth. It's about, speaking your truth. It's about communication. But not in this one. It's about going on a trip. And it's saying, honestly, it doesn't matter what way you go. Just go. Here's what's happening with the trip. I feel like you're processing something. And I feel like you're worried about something that you lost. And it's really been hard on you. And I feel like you have had a hard time finding balance. I feel like you've had a hard time knowing your value. And so this on track card, this train ride, this change, right? This new journey that you're on. It says no matter where you go, it's going to be, it's the right way. Like follow your heart. Follow your heart. But I think because it doesn't matter the destination or like where you're going, it's just the matter that you got to go. Because something has been a challenge in your life. It's about a loss. This is the treasure card. And it's a card talking about someone breaking in, like somebody gets home from wherever. And what they notice is that their treasure box is broken open. All the shit's on the floor, half of it's missing. And they're trying to figure out, what do I do now? Like I don't have my treasure anymore, right? So this could be a feeling of huge loss, like you've lost something that's so dear to you, and it's been challenging. The Lookout card, right? And this is about trying to stay balanced because this fucking boat's on fire. There could be a sudden fall, loss of position, right? So I feel like maybe you've been balancing on shit. And I feel like this trip that you're going on, it's a trip where you're going to reflect on things. Maybe this loss, maybe on, on the way you've been feeling like I've been balancing on shit for a long time, That's what it looks like. Okay. So, third column, one more card. One more card for Gemini. Spirit, what's in the corner here? The Ascent. You guys know that song. Look at the bottom, 22. I feel like honestly, first of all, I feel like 22 is saying like this is like a path that's tough, you know, number 22 guard. It is, but the path that leads to honestly channeling, honestly reaching the other side. You know, what you don't see coming is all these major arcanas. Jesus Christ, look at you. Oh my God, look at Gemini. This is what you don't see. You're arriving at your goals. You're affirming your strength. You have visions. You're working on maybe mediumship skills, right? Remember the loving elementals? That's what all of this has brought you. Uriel and the Sphinx. This is uncovering the deepest truth about yourself, about your beliefs, about what's true, what's not true. Like, want to know what I think you're understanding? That this being on this boat that's on fire was kind of an illusion. You just felt that way, but you really aren't. Like, the boat's really not going to blow up. There's not bombs coming after you. I feel like you're understanding that. It just feels like that when you lose something. You know, it's been a really big climb here with the Seven of Keys, right? Have you ever heard that Miley Cyrus song? It's the climb. It's not about anything else. It's not about anything but like getting there, you know? It's like every moment that you've spent in your life, right? You're getting like a huge payoff here in this Seven of Keys. It's like this trip, this Ace of Scrolls, this new beginning. It's wherever you're going, like whether you're literally going on a trip or not. I feel like you're understanding you're at the top here of the mountain. So what you're understanding when you're at the top, first of all, you're looking at everything from another perspective. You know what I mean? Like you are, and you got to the top and you're like, wow, from here, I understand, like you're understanding here, right? About this loss. There's 5 major arcanas, what you don't see coming, the divine physician. So remember the first one was like, I feel like you're getting mediumship skills. I feel like you're uncovering the truth of who you really freaking are and you where you fit on this journey, right? I feel like you're going through this initiation and the Count Saint Germain. This is about transmuting energy. So I feel like you're learning how to be like Saint Germain and transmute this energy because you've been in a really shitty spot. But I think what you're doing may be understanding like the plan, the Akashic library, what you wrote down for yourself. What was the plan? You know, like you're getting more and more intuition and more in tune with your higher self. I feel like you have healing gifts coming. Whatever you lost gave you all of this, and you realize it. Go anywhere because it's like wherever you're going here, you're finding your value in the scheme of things. And all of the pain that you felt and the fear, it's all being made very clear to you with spiritual gifts. That's what it gave you. And you know what happens when you understand that something that painful gave you something that cool? It's kind of like you finally get to let go. You finally get to accept your reality. Accept that you wrote it. You know what I mean? Accept that your soul was a badass and wanted to experience some really hard stuff. It's kind of an awakening kind of thing, isn't it? So be on the lookout for a whole bunch of new gifts to come in. I don't know if you're really going on a trip, but if you are, I bet those gifts just show up while you're doing that. 34 for Cancer. Okay, let's see what the solstice is in your sign. It's time to shine. It's your time to shine. Summer solstice ushers in Cancer season and all the things you love the most. family trips, fun in the sun, seasonal food, time in nature. You have a lot of charisma, and you're going to enjoy the spotlight as your loved ones celebrate you. Love is in the air. Look around and see who you feel most compatible with. The summer solstice is a win-win for career opportunities. Share some of your good times with friends who are feeling down. Your attention makes them bloom. Did you hear that part? So you're on fire right now. You're the sun for other people. And so remember that. Angels, spirits, and guides, tell me what the Akashic has for Cancers. Three of Keys. That's the Three of Pentacles. So maybe something's changing. Maybe you need to be strategic about something. Six of Keys. This could be about money for you, right? I feel like there's an increase in abundance coming. It's something that you've been working on. I also feel like divine position is here, so you could be getting some sort of a miracle, or you could be healing yourself. You might understand that you can heal yourself and other people with your own thoughts. I mean, you could be coming into this really great power. Maybe it's while you're making whatever you're making here, right? Because it looks like it's like, you know, like there's a strategy here, and it's like, here you are doing something you love, and then I feel like awakening stuff happening, right? You have quite a bit of major arcana here, saying like this was a big marker, time marker for you, because there's a lot of things coming in, right? So I see like a gift of healing. I feel like, honestly, some of you could be, I don't know, going back to school. There might be somebody coming in that might be able to help you in some way. I feel like there's a lot of studying and researching, right? You could be a writer or a teacher. And this card in the scribe, like it's about what's your soul calling you to do. Pay attention, right? I feel like also like you're stuck in some way. It's like you feel stuck in this ruins, right? You're caught in the ruins. But this card is saying like you feel trapped. So it could be about addiction. It could be about your beliefs. It could be about an unhappy relationship. And it says doing nothing causes more damage. That's in the center of your reading, okay? So I feel like it's imperative here that you change something here in this caught in the ruins card, this feeling trapped. It could be, like I said, addiction, beliefs, unhappy relationship. So I feel like you're struggling with a decision here, and it could be about that, whatever you're thinking about. Like, I feel stuck and I need to move. I need to get out of here. And you're wondering, like, your soul's calling you to do one thing, and you're you know, the 3D person or the society is telling you you need to do, you know, what society expects of you. But your soul maybe is asking you to do something really outlandish, you know, like, and you're like, I don't know, what will people think of me? Like that kind of thing. Because I feel like, you know, who am I talking to? Cancer. I feel like, first of all, here's what could be coming for you in the lines of like spiritual gifts. I feel like it could be like Saint Germain. It could be that transmuting energy. You might be working with that master of transmuting energy, right? You could be also a healer, and understanding that you are a healer. So remember, this is like a portal of energy. And I feel like you can work all of this out during the little portal. I feel like there's some sort of strategy needed here. for this caught in the ruins. Let's see what that caught in the ruins means. Tell me what caught in the ruins is about. Something's at a stalemate. Like, I don't know what this is about, if it's about work or if it's about a love situation or something, but it feels like you're sort of stuck, but you're going through a transformation, right? Masculine energy. Maybe it's asking you to, like, step up and take charge of this situation with the masculine, because that would be divine masculine energy, Okay. I feel like you're being set free from something that you have felt a long time. Like, and it's got everything to do with this transmitting your energy too. Because I feel like, I don't know, like you've been stuck, you feel stuck, but I do feel like there's a transformation in you. You're becoming the divine masculine. You're, going for what you want. But there's this feeling of lack here that keeps kind of getting in your way. And you need to be freed from that. So I feel like what it's saying here with this too is you have to kind of decide what you want to do, what the outer world demands of you versus what spirit is asking you to do, which is to transmit the energy. Tell me what the Seven of Scrolls is about here. It's about starting something brand new. Alchemy. See, that's what this is about. Yeah. So you're learning to change your own energy and begin a new thing. You understand you're empowered. You got transformation all over the place. I feel like you have a heart activation, and I feel like there's a commitment toward yourself, toward your soul's journey, coming in with all this light in Cancer, all this love, Maybe you're recommitting to yourself. Maybe you're recommitting to a project. Maybe you're recommitting to, something that you're working on here. Maybe it's love. What are they recommitting to? Detours and intervention. Third eye. You're letting go of the limitations and the fears that you had, because I feel like this is kind of like a new opportunity for you. I do feel like your beliefs are changing. They're beliefs about your, like you, that you've been carrying around probably your whole life, right? That's what it sort of seems like. I'm just trying to check because it feels like some of these cards are upside down and I don't know why. But, yeah, I feel like you're going to be having some major epiphanies during the solstice. So you guys take the time to try and listen, because there's a lot of new information coming in for you, about your soul path. It's all about, changing energy. It's about moving on from something. It's about recommitting to something. It's about learning something or teaching something. And it's also about healing, being healed or offering healings, right? So that's what I see for Cancer. All right, let's look at Leo. 44. Leo, that's all about family, home, and stability. And it's in your house of endings and new beginnings. That's what's highlighted. So get ready to be ready. Spend some time treating yourself like the beloved and watch as others mirror your behavior. So I'm going to say that again. Spend some time treating yourself like the beloved and watch as others mirror your behavior. Okay. So you start to treat yourself good and other people start to treat you good too. Virgo. Oh, I keep forgetting to... Jeez. Or I'm on Leo, right? I'm on Leo. Okay. There you go, Leo. House of endings and new beginnings. Get ready to be ready. I kind of like that. A lot of sixes coming out here and a 4. I feel like you're at kind of a standoff here with your higher self, or about something you believe about yourself, and your higher self is asking you to release it, and you're like kind of like, no, I don't want to release it. I'm saying that because the 4 of Roses is here as well. So this has to do with your human being, kind of like stubborn. You know what I mean? Stubborn energy, sort of. Looking at only like what you want to see, the way you want to see it. Right? Just looking at it from a human perspective instead of your soul. Do you see what's in the middle here? It's the Archangel Michael. And bottom of the deck is the Oracle of Delphi. So honestly, there's a rebirth coming. I feel like there's some gifts coming. I feel like maybe you're trying to ignore them, but the main message is like, you're the Oracle, babe. Like, you're a channel. You signed up to be a channel for spirit. Like, so what the heck, right? So that's what's happening with you, Leo. Like, there's a reality here. The reality check, I feel like it is. Because I feel like it's kind of like this match between you and your human being and your soul. And your soul will just sit there. It doesn't care what you do. But there is sort of this urging, like from within, you feel it, right? So I feel like the Archangel Michael is your center energy. So basically, this is sort of like the strength card, And so I feel like, that is also you are the strength card too, Leo. So I feel like you are in your own energy and power here. Your energy reflects Michael's strength. You're in a very good spot here during this solstice energy. You're just shining. I feel like you're attracting people to you. I feel like you know your value. I feel like you're ready to try new things, and go farther than you've ever gone before. Like, this is like feelings like about maybe what you're doing is like it's you and your soul sort of facing off here. I feel like your human wants to make a mark in the world, and your soul is like going like, do you realize how beautiful you are? Do you realize like what is going on here? Like, you already do, make your mark here. You already have, you just being here, right? I feel like you're understanding your value here. I feel like I said, I feel like you feel so good that, and you're trusting yourself so much that you're learning new things. You're stepping out of that comfort zone of the ego is what I feel like, and you're moving forward toward, like, your soul is pulling you toward it, like there is something you're going to have to let go of. I don't know what it is, but it's something that your human being doesn't want to let go of. I don't know what it is. It's like the War of the Roses is an argument between I mean, it sort of like represents like it's your human and your soul's like, come on, let's go this way, and your human is like, well, I don't want to let this go. So I feel like that's happening. You got 3 sixes on the table, so you might want to look up 666 and see what that means for you. But I feel like, there's an increase in abundance coming here. This is about money increasing. And it's due to some kind of project that you're working on. So, like, keep going at what you're doing, take it further than you've ever gone before. Money's going to come in, you're just attracting it. I also feel like the Akashic library is here. So, this could be about a new, like a self creation. You have heightened intuition and you become a new person. You just do. You can't even help it. You've had an awakening with your higher self. How can you help but change? You know what I mean? There's just going to be change inside of you. And I think, like you got this thing up here that's weighing you down, this ego thing, right? So you're hanging on to this, but like at the same time, like going diagonally this way, you've got the strength of Michael. You've got the feeling of that inside you, like no matter what I do, I'm gonna win, right? I also feel like the Buddha prepares us here, and this is like kind of like this energy where you feel a little stuck. Now I can understand that because the War of the Roses is right up here. So I can't imagine how you might feel some kind of way if you're like really arguing with your soul about something. And I feel like it's, like you're understanding your value here. And it's this card is about, you feel like you're stuck, but you're really just being prepared for the very next step. So even though you feel stuck, just keep going inside. Like, find your power within yourself. Find the purpose, find your direction by meditating. That's what this card is about. And no, you might feel stuck, but you're really getting prepared for the next thing that you wrote in the Akashic library. You could actually, even this card is about even like you picking up the pen with your soul and saying like, hey, I'd like to have some input on this now, the human being, like I'd like to help write this story. So, that's what it looks like. Wow. This can be about writing too, and that could be what is making the mark, for you. I don't know. I don't need to clarify that. That was a pretty cool reading. What you're understanding overall, what your soul wants you to know, is that you're the oracle. You're here to channel for spirit. You're here to guide. You're here to help people raise their vibration because you did it, right? Whatever you have gotten through, that's what you'll be helping people with. Okay, so Virgo is next. House of Friends and Community. Hi, Teresa. Hi, back. I'm on Virgo now. I guess I should switch my card. I don't know if you guys can even see these cards, but I was hoping that it would help a little bit since I hardly ever look at the chat. Can you guys see it? I'm going the wrong way. There. Okay, Virgo. It's in your house of friends and community that's going to be highlighted. So you're going to be focusing on bigger picture. Don't be surprised if a platonic connection gets passionate. Woo. Enjoy flirting. Explore hobbies and intellectual obsessions. You're going to worry less and feel lighter. You love this glass? Unabomber Stout. This is probably a stolen glass from Lincoln, Montana. Or maybe someone bought it. That's where the Unabomber is from here. Okay, first card out, Virgo, Queen of Roses. So this can mean a lot of things. Let's get the rest of them and see. Five of Scrolls. This is about going farther than you've ever gone, trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone, trying something new, building something new with the Ace of Keys. I feel like honestly, you know how to manifest money, Virgo, or you're learning it. You could be manifesting money from a new idea, Ace of Wands, right? You could be. You could have gotten this cool idea from your higher self, from when you're like in this Buddha prepares place. This is like tapping in, you know? Winged messengers. You could be getting messages from the other side. I'm going to reshuffle that. I feel like I picked that. You can throw it out if you want it again, Spirit. Okay. Okay, Akashic Library is at the bottom. So, some of you could be, maybe you're a writer, right? Maybe you're starting to dig into Akashic records. Okay. I want to know what this challenge is, don't you? It all looks good, and then I get to this lookout card, and I don't really like this card. It's about like being in some kind of challenging position, you know, that's scary. Okay. Okay. Who am I talking about, Virgo? Have you been in the dark night of the soul? That's what it looks like to me. That would definitely be challenging for sure. And deceptive. Like you feel like you're fucking gonna fall, you know? Off that burning boat. Detached. The thing is that this is changing. Like there is a challenge here that's dark night of the soul. But like I want you to know like a lot of things about the dark night of the soul because it's just a really negative space. And it's where there's nothing else for us to do besides meditate. I mean, there's no other place to go. You know what I mean? We roll up into a ball and talk to spirit and say, what the fuck is going on? Right? And I feel like it can feel like you're on in this challenge, right? But this is where it led you, is to like finding your purpose, going inside. I feel like a lot of things changing here. The confusion is clearing. I feel like there's an epiphany coming. So anytime we have something really shitty and scary happen to us, I promise you that something very wonderful is going to come out of it. I don't care. That is what the whole soul plan is about, you know? So I feel like what happens is, you know, you have this challenge, we go through the dark night of the soul, and then little by little, like pieces of us that are deceptive kind of leave us, you know? Like the idea that we're not as good as everybody else, or, you know, shit like that. Things that we just carry around with us, right? But I feel like, so when we get to the scared place and we go inside, what happens is we start getting messages from spirit, you know, and the confusion starts to clear. And we start to get these like awakening feelings, breakthroughs, right? We start maybe living into the present more. Maybe that's one of the things spirit tells us, like live in the present. Like notice all the great things around you, that the more we feel good on purpose even, right? Sometimes I have to force myself to be grateful. How about you? You know, sometimes I really feel like I don't know what I'm grateful for. I can't even tell you one thing. But when you start to do it, what happens is spirit picks up on that energy. And what they do is they give you more things to notice that you're grateful for. Before you know it, you are fucking happy. And you're not confused anymore. When you let go of this deceptive idea that something's wrong with you, you know? I hope that made sense. I feel like there's some kind of strategy needed here. Let's see what it is. 3 of keys. What is it? Okay, so I feel like there's someone coming in. There's a reunion. There's a soul tie coming in. It could even just be your higher self. It could. A reunion with your own soul. Maybe they're telling me that this shit that's going on is the strategy so that you can receive, so that you can remember your higher self. Like bad things have to happen. It's the truth, though, isn't it? Tell me what's happening in the middle of this room, because this is like your energy. You're in the Ace of Forces during the solstice. What are you doing? That's so great here. Ace of Forces. Okay. All right. You're being zapped out of your comfort zone with this Ace of Forces. Like, it reminds me of a tower. There's a tower here. The Ace of Forces. It's a sudden, like Ace of Forces is like a new idea. It's epiphany. It's, you know. And then what's clarifying it is the Ace of Cups. Heart opening, right? A storm. The patterns, the toxic bullshit patterns, the comfort zone is being blasted out of your thoughts to be replaced with your strength, your empowerment, you're remembering who the hell you really are, right? Do you see how many aces you have here, Virgo? It's like you have all new beginnings if you want them, right? There's a change and you have the courage to do it. I feel like you're being shifted onto your North Node. So you're going to be going somewhere here with this diversity card, learning new things, going farther than you've ever gone before. It's about self-love, man. It's about wish fulfillment. It's about loving yourself. It's about deciding to love yourself and let go of the past stuff. The stuff that's a lie, this toxic South Node, isolating, I'm not good enough, I'm limited kind of stuff, you know? And it's being replaced with self-care, self-worth. Venus is coming in to love on you. Your higher self is coming in to love on you. And you are getting all new beginnings. Jupiter's bringing them. Stability, right? Maybe a new career. Just trust it all, because divine timing is at work here. So that's why I wanted to do a reading on the solstice, because, you know, it's like 10 days of energy, portal energy, you know, that we can use. So I feel like a lot of cool things happening for you, Virgo. Friends and community. Focusing on the bigger picture and getting all brand new beginnings. Manifesting money. Surrendering all the old beliefs, picking up the pen and saying like, yeah, I'd like to take part in writing my own future now. You know, I'd like to have my human be aware of it. That's what I think is happening. Libra is next. 103. Libra. This is new success in career. Treat your career like a chess game. Move slowly and methodically. Don't give in to pressure and make rash decisions. Take your sweet time. Be more assertive in matters of the heart. You love having your special someone come to you, but why not surprise them with a gift or an invitation? You'll be happy you did. That's your reading for the New success. There's the 8 of keys. True to the reading. Thank you, Spirit. The master artisan. I feel like you're being called to like share your knowledge. Queen of Forces is here. So I feel like I think you're balancing both sides of yourself. Like, you know what this looks like? It looks like you accept everything about yourself, right? At this very moment, not on who you could be, who you are, right? Even the dark parts, like you realize they're there on purpose. Like you came here, a certain sign, with a certain rising, with a certain north node, with a certain past south node, right? So there's the chess game card. Thank you, Spirit. That was really great. Okay, so community, was that about community? No, it was about career. Well, anyway, I feel like you have a lot of majors at the bottom of the deck. So this is what you don't see coming out of all this that I'm going to explain. I feel like you're getting like maybe like some kind of like reaching the other side, mediumship visions, right? I feel like spirit is knocking on your door, but you're not acknowledging them for some reason. What they're trying to tell you is that, open the door, right? You have something to do. It's to shine your light, right? It could be about your community because the community card is here. So maybe they'll be asking you to help someone out here because I do feel like you could be, strength with the Archangel Michael and the divine position. That's where it was. So the community card, I'm wondering if you're being called to like help somebody that's sick in your community or something, right? Provide a healing, provide strength for them. It's written in the Akashic, I feel like. So I do feel like there's something in there. Like there's somebody that needs your help and you're going to be helping them at some point. So let's see. Master Artisan, 8 of Keys. This is what your whole reading was about your career. And I feel like you're getting to be the master. You're building a really great reputation for yourself. And it's time to like take that to the next level. Share your gifts publicly, whatever they might be. I feel like there could be like a pattern or like some kind of fear that's kind of been in your way. Like you feel like you keep trying and trying, but nothing ever changes. But I feel like, that's where this Buddha comes in, right? Where you learn maybe how to be strategic in your next action to be like successful. You're making your mark on the world here with the waterfall. I feel like you're uncovering really deep truths about yourself and clearing out old ideas that you've had about yourself, right? So remember like this Buddha prepare card touching on the Uriel, right? So this is something you're uncovering while you're in meditation. And I think that's what's going to change that karmic trench that you've been in and like bring that balance of the Queen of Wands in, where you accept all the pieces of yourself. Like, I mean, who used to tell me this? Somebody used to tell me God doesn't make junk, right? So like, I mean, there's some kind of message in that. I feel like there's a feeling like, something's wrong, but there's not. There's not. You have to accept every single piece of you. It's who you came to be, right? And the Ark of the Covenant is talking about how precious you are to Spirit. Like Spirit cherishes you, specifically you. And I feel like they want you to know that you're special and that it's time for you to shine your light in the world. You know what I mean? That's what it's telling me. And I feel like, so there's this opportunity coming in. It's this up in the air card. And this is really like your soul asking you to get into this balloon. And you're going like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into that balloon with you, soul, because I don't know how to steer it. I don't know how to steer it. I don't know how to land it. There's just too many things unknown. And your soul says, but I know how to steer it. I know where we're going. I know how to land. Just get in with me. I promise we're not going to wreck or anything. So I kind of feel like you're being led in a certain direction. I feel like there's kind of like messages here that you're not really listening, or you don't know if you want to, or maybe you feel like you're not good enough. But if I were you, I would get into that balloon. It means you're taking a chance. It means you're trusting your higher self, because they want something different for you. They want to go in a new direction, right? So I guess it's sort of like, what are you going to choose, you know? Are you going to get in, or are you going to ignore it? Because remember, at the bottom of the deck, it's like Spirit's trying to get a hold of you and knocking at your door, and you're like, I'm busy. I'm busy. But I feel like that knock at the door is about someone in your community that needs your help. Like they need you to help them, heal them, something. It could be a family member or something like that. But like if there's someone that's in need, like I just think you're being called to help. So I guess you get to do whatever you want there. But what should we clarify? Let's clarify what the karmic trench is. Like, what is it that you're stuck in? Like, what's the old idea? What's keeping them stuck? Okay, who am I talking to, Libra? The party card comes out. This could be, and it says external, so it's like the people you hang out with, maybe? Why is that party card there? Why is the party card there for Libra? It could be the kind of people that you're hanging out with. Regretful. Maybe you're regretting something about your past, right? Here's the thing though, like all these cards came out too, but I was trying to figure out like what the hell is going on here. I feel like it's saying like you're coming out of that karmic trench. It's by this Buddha prepares. Because I mean, you're being shifted onto your purpose, whatever your north node is, right? I feel like it's about planting seeds. I think it's about healing. I feel like it's about spiritual gifts. I feel like your spirit has something, and somewhere to go specifically. It might be toward a certain person. It could be. So you're up in the air. There's some kind of detour here. It's an opportunity to forgive or apologize. And it's like shocking. You weren't ready for it. But it's like your soul leads you there. It's because this is what you need to let go of. It's a person. Whatever happened, it limits you. It's definitely up here too. It's like this regret, right? So your soul is trying to like take you to a certain place so that this can happen, this release, right? But you don't want to go. Tell me about the Buddha prepares. What are you telling them? What are they finding out when they meditate, Spirit? I feel like you're changing the way you feel about yourself here again, right? Because I feel like there's something going on here where you just don't feel right about yourself. But I feel like this going inside is going to help, because I feel like you're getting new information. Maybe this one, truth about yourself, right? Maybe like what I was saying about that Queen of Forces. All of you is beautiful. even the shadow side stuff. I mean, God, we didn't have the shadow. We didn't have the human. I mean, we would just be plain spirit, and we came here to experience this, you know? And I think that's what you're finding out. That's what I feel like. I think what you find out as you kind of like uncover your truth, I feel like you start to love yourself more, feel more stable. I feel like you understand like the bigger picture of your life, you know, like why I think certain things happened, and like, you know, the role, the three of keys, the chess game, the plan, you know. And I feel like you're opening up to that. You're understanding, digging into your truth and letting go of the past stuff, accepting all of you. And I think sometimes that's the hard part because, you know, if you're told long enough that there's something wrong with you, like when you're a kid or something like that, you know, then, I mean, it's really hard to believe it, those childhood stuff. It's hard to let go of it. It's just like it's always in the back of your head, but I feel like you're letting go of it because, like, this is the part right here, like, understanding, like, oh my God, all of me is beautiful, all of me is perfect. Everything that I am is who I came to be, and how can you be unhappy with that? You know, if you believe in the soul plan and the Akashic records and the soul actually having all the control, you know, right from the very get-go. I mean, including like your soul path number, your astrology sign, all of it. And then, I mean, think about how long that would take and how much. Have you ever thought about that? I guess time is of no issue up there though, in the higher realms. Hello. Okay, Scorpio, you are next. And so it says during the solstice, you're going to feel lighter than ever before. You're going to find new people are excited to hang out with you. Your charisma is so strong, like it always is, but go with the flow. Leadership and money-making opportunities could be the result. Let relaxation be your focus. Travel is extra lucky for you, so book those trips. You deserve a break. You're gonna feel lighter during the solstice. How cool is that? Other people, new people hanging out with you, and they're excited. They think you're cool. They're attracted to you. Saint Germain is here, first card. So I would say you could be some kind of working with Saint Germain, transmuting energy. It could come in like a tower, but it's like you know your value, you know your power too, right? You suddenly understand it. I feel honestly too, like Oracle of Delphi is here. You understand who you are and maybe what your message is. Wow. Scorpio, this is a pretty cool reading. I feel like there's a fated meeting. It could be somebody from a past life. Two of Scrolls, Three of Forces, and the Eight of Scrolls. So it looks like you're kind of like, okay, there's a lot of eights hanging around here, three of them. So you might want to look into eight, right? I do feel like there's visions coming. I feel like your soul's trying to like show you something, but you're not paying attention. I feel like you're stronger than you realize. And honestly, when they're talking about your charisma here, You have got like angel wings all around you, and people can kind of like sense that light around you. Center of your reading is a faded meeting. I mean, like, this card hardly ever comes out, just so you know. It says there's an important relationship with work or spiritual. It could be about love, but it's faded. This is a relationship where you keep your own individuality and your collective growth separate. Like you grow together, but you also grow separately. This could be the best thing of all time, is what this card says. Past life, brother or sister, a teacher, a publisher. It's powerful and promising. So that's probably my favorite card in this deck. So someone, faded is coming in. I feel like it's shocking. The lightning bolt is here. And the Three of Forces is, it could be talking about a family member, right? Or somebody that feels like home. Somebody you feel like you'd like to nurture. Somebody that changes things for you. I'm looking at the card, the butterfly, the birds, the baby birds, right? So the first card is Saint Germain, right? So this is about transmuting energy. He's an ascended master. You might be working on that. You might be working with this ascended master. I feel like there's more psychic power coming in for you with the Oracle of Delphi, right? But I feel like, honestly, there's a few different messages with this. Like, if you're not aware that you're a channel already, or if you already are aware that you're a channel, I feel like this is going even deeper, like showing you more of what you signed up for, right? So you could be having like more visions. This card is saying, like, I feel like you have so much psychic knowledge coming in that it's hard to keep track of it. And it's saying, like, take notes, Scorpio, take notes, because it's going to be confusing. Now, it could have something like these three majors are all touching each other. You know, the fated meeting, the Oracle of Delphi, and the Saint Germain, right? So I feel like all three of these are somehow connected to the surrounding, like what's happening for you, right? So what's happening for you is you're owning your power, you're understanding it. I feel like you're tapping into like the elementals. I feel like your joy is increasing. You're having a lot of fun. I feel like singing can help, but I feel like you actually do see another realm here. And I kind of feel like maybe it changes your path. You know what I mean? Because like you're getting like all this power, and now you're seeing other realms. It's making you feel like a different way than you've ever felt before, because you're just so fucking happy. You know what I mean? And so now you've got this new, like, you could go anywhere you want. Where do you want to go? I don't think it matters, by the way. So this meeting here looks pretty good. However, back over here again with the Saint Germain, right? Saint Germain, the Oracle of Delphi, and then the Two of Scrolls. So I feel like there could be a little bit of like you don't know what to do. Like your human self is seeing like what is expected of you from society, but your higher self is calling you to do something different. It's a whole nother path. It does involve probably maybe taking care of other people. But it's this whole new you thing, because you're going through this huge transformation. It's about the way you feel about other people. I feel like it almost looks like you have this sudden like desire to help others. You know what I mean? I do. I do think it's saying that. Let's clarify it. Well, first of all, let's ask about the fated meeting. What should we ask? What card? What deck? Lenormand? Tell me about Gemini. Are you looking for the Gemini time? It is 23:23. Gemini is 23:23. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Tell me about the fated meeting for Scorpio. What's this fated meeting? Okay, it's lucky. The Clover card. It's destiny. And protection. Remember, I just said that. Protection right here. It's like you feel like you need to protect somebody. It's a friend, it's someone you love, it's someone that you want to support, someone that wants to support you. Tell me what the lightning bolt looks like. This could be somebody that, betrayed you. Or it could be, we're looking at this fated meeting, right? This could be about fighting for your desires. It could also be about just sudden epiphany, sudden awareness, sudden abundance, lightning bolt, right? I'm clarifying it, and it's definitely about happiness, right? Okay, so tell me about the King of Wands for Scorpio. Who's the King of Wands? Why is he here? So there's some kind of important news that the King of Wands has to either deliver or receive, right? It could be about moving. It could be about growth. It could be about traveling. Tell me what this unknown path is. Security, stable. I think Gemini is at, I'll put it down. I tried to put a message on there. Okay, past unknown, anchor. So this one is reliable, it's secure, it's generous, it's good health, conversation, don't rush it. All right. So you have two paths. One of them is stable and secure and reliable, and strong and powerful and generous and soft and good. Good conversation, taking it slow. And then the other one, this could be like dishonesty, stress, control, conflict, punishment, deceit, aggression, unreliable. So you have either a reliable or an unreliable. I think this is a person, or like a path. Like one of them's stable and secure and one of them is no good, right? Wow. What do you think they're trying to say to us here? I feel like it's this two worlds card that's being talked about here. It's like, what is your soul calling you to do versus what society or what human being is trying to do, right? I feel like there's a lot of changes going on here. Tell me about two worlds, Spirit. What do you want to do about two worlds? Okay. So I think what's happening here, like, you remember how like this Oracle of Delphi is coming in? So you're receiving information about your, who you are, what your higher self is. I feel like you could be having dream, but you're getting like secret informational stuff from spirit about your potential, right? And I feel like it's changing everything for you, Scorpio. Now, you have two ways to go. Like you can choose two different paths. One is stable and one is filled with conflict and quarrel and deceit. An aggressive person, an unreliable partner, resentment, anger, control, loss, destruction, dishonesty, stress. So there's two specific things here. So I don't know. I feel like you should listen to this secret knowledge that's coming out in the two worlds card. Like your higher self's telling you something, you know? I feel like this faded person that's coming in is good, you know? Don't you want to know how you'll recognize them though? Like, I wish I could tell you. Like, who is this person? Like, what do they look like? Should we try it? Let's just try it and see if Spirit will tell us. Like, what does this faded person look like? Blindfolded. No. Wheel of Fortune. Something you've been manifesting. Something you really want. Okay, so what could they look like? They could be like, here's what we have for people here on the card. One with long blonde hair standing by the ocean, waiting for a wave. One blonde standing on something balancing. So maybe somebody that's balanced and has, I don't know. And this person here, they could have tattoos, maybe even on their arms. But I feel like maybe they have dark hair. Maybe they're connected with crows or something like that. Maybe something like, I don't know what might resonate for you, right? But that's what they could look like, right? So let me know. You have a blonde or a dark hair. One with good balance and one, I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense. Let's see, 133:16, Sagittarius. Okay, by adding more work during this time, you'll make your wildest dreams come true. How do you like that? They're telling you to work more. Go the extra mile in relationships and in work. Show your loyalty to the people and organizations that have stood by you. This is a fun summer. But before you go on vacation mode, take care of business. Okay, Sag. This is solstice energy for you. You're like, I'm going to work harder doing. You're going to just want to work harder. Okay. You have Michael. You have the Akashic library. And you have balance. So I feel like you're really trusting your intuition right now. trusting yourself. You're feeling that strength of Michael. I feel like you're also very attracted to family. Maybe children are drawn to you at this time. I feel like you're being called to maybe like be a teacher, go back to school. Yeah, I feel like something happened to two of keys. This is about losing something or feeling like you lost something and like trying to rebuild after that. Yeah, there's a rebuild coming. I feel like bottom of the deck is talking about Saint Germain. So you might be working with Saint Germain. He's all about transmuting energy. So what I see on the here is like we have 9 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Half of them are major arcana. So I feel like there's some major stuff going on during the solstice for you. You know, like for one, you're bright and shiny and you're attractive. I feel like your heart chakra is open wide. I feel like you're balancing yourself. I feel like you're creative. I feel like you're ready to take action. You know your value. I feel like there's also a rebirth coming. I feel like, you know, like that's part of this whole like feeling the strength, feeling the love. And then here comes this birth card, which is about a brand new you know. But this is also the Empress card. So this is about divinity. It's about understanding your divinity, you know, and understanding that, you know, I think like your responsibility to love. The Akashic Library card can be about writing. So I don't know if you're a writer, but if you are or you want to be, I feel like you could actually write into existence a future for yourself if you want. It's about self-creation. So, you know, like why don't sit down and tell me what your future's going to look like with you writing it down. Everything goes exactly as planned. What does it look like? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of house do you live in? This is like making things real, like making them come into existence, like writing and into existence. It's manifesting, you know? So what I feel like is happening is like you have the strength to do it, and I think you're being like positively guided, you know, with the archangel. You've got the scribe here, which is telling me like maybe you're a writer, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're going to go back to school. What is it that your soul's calling you to do? Please pay attention. I think one of the things that you don't understand that's happening is transmuting energy, because I see that you lost something here, a treasure, and you're trying to rebuild here. And I feel like you're just bouncing right out of it. You know what I mean? Like you lost something, but you're just picking back up and moving on forward. King of Scrolls, you know. This is King of Scrolls is kind of about tapping into your wisdom from your prior lives, you know, like your soul wisdom and understanding that. And that's how you get to this rebirth, like, right? So what I feel like is happening here, like you got this, it's telling you like add more work, right? I feel like you're on the precipice of like something brand new. And so keep working. If you're a writer, keep working on it. If you're, you know, working on like figuring out how to change energy in your life so that you can manifest, I mean, that is here too, you know. So I feel like there's a lot of balance, a lot of self-love, a lot of new beginnings. I feel like you're building something brand new here. I do. So who knows what it could be. Your Lilith is in Sag. I wish I knew. I thought I looked it up one time and I thought it said it was in Scorpio. And I don't know if I wrote it down. That's just what I remember. And I remember thinking like, I have Lilith and Neptune in my first house in Scorpio. It shares with my ascendant Libra, first house. Like it's in half Scorpio, half Libra. So Lilith and Sag. Dark side of the moon. I don't know what it means. Capricorn, let's see what you got. 139, 41. Okay, Capricorn. Summer solstice is apt to spark romance in your heart. Woohoo! Prioritize love and play. You might meet someone and connect deeply with traits that thrill you. You'll find relationship success when you slowly get to know someone. Your home life could be better than usual. You might redecorate to suit your many moods or and interests, right? Let your environment provide inspiration. So maybe what it sounds like you're feeling a little frisky, married or not. It sounds like you're kind of looking at love in a positive light, which is beautiful. I love it that your home life is even better than ever. You're loving it. Here we go, Capricorn. This is for you. Okay, Ace of Cups, commitment. Yeah. So this is about love, Ace of Cups, right? So maybe you're looking at a commitment. Maybe you're going to start a new commitment. Maybe you're going to recommit to something or someone. I feel like sometimes I do that over and over with my family, you know, like fall in love with them all over again. Like my kids or my grandkids, sometimes they do stuff so cute. Oh, I forgot to... I keep forgetting all about this. Okay, so commitment, Queen of Scrolls. So the Queen of Scrolls is about a whole bunch of knowledge. There's Michael coming on in. So you're feeling really strong, beautiful. I feel like other people are looking at you and seeing your beauty. I feel like Seven of Keys here. This is about the ascent, like your life story, the fucking uphill climb, right? And then freedom. When wisdom, will, and mind is the 20 card, that is judgment, right? This is where you and your higher self, your mind, body, soul, all on the same page. Will, wisdom, and mind. Doesn't that really sum it up? Right. King of Scrolls is here. So I do see like some balance here for you, like in air. So like in communication, in possibly like a relationship, like you have a really good vibe match here. But it could be with like your inner self too, and like balance. Because I feel like you're kind of like, you might be recommitting to your family. There's a rebirth here. And the Queen of Forces, really, really good. I also feel like you're at a place right here where you're being presented with an opportunity to go somewhere, you know, somewhere new, like a new path. And you get to choose, right? So, definitely alignment going on here with your higher self and all the knowledge that it holds inside of you. I feel like something about it, like really understanding this first row of will, wisdom, and mind, and it's the center of your read, you know. And I talk about the judgment card all the time, right? It's about letting your soul lead. It's about your mind and the wisdom of your soul and your personal willpower to do something. You know what I mean? It's really all the pieces of you moving in unison toward the same thing, right? It's like total alignment. It's beautiful. I don't know if you could get anything better than this. Tell me about the judgment card. Yeah, going toward your purpose, your north node. Do you know what your North Node is? If you don't, just Google it on the Google bar. Like your whole birthday. It changes every year and a half. So you gotta have the month, the day, the year, and then put in North Node. What'll come up is like a North Node calculator kind of thing. Just click on one of them, spread it open until you can find your birthday, and then it'll tell you. Then you might want to do a little research about that North Node if you're interested, if you're into it. Because it could explain a whole bunch of this, this climb that you've been through, And this card says, if you apply yourself, when you apply yourself, you really can do anything. And it's talking about, a possible promotion at work and that kind of thing. But I really feel like what you're learning is like all the challenges you've been through is part of your purpose. It's just part of your purpose. And yeah, you're being enlightened to it. And there's the alchemy card. Things are changing inside of you because you're understanding more and more and more. Like you're feeling the connection. You know what I mean? Possibly to the other side, but definitely to the divine energy that we're all connected to. A rebirth card here again, it's out twice. So there's something really, really beautiful happening. Tell me what's the rebirth. Tell me what's happening in this rebirth. Okay, this rebirth card is a decision to go down a new path or stay stuck in your fears. If you go down the new path, I feel like it's your spirit, it's your higher self. And here's what they're doing. Like you can see it in this card with the Queen of Forces, I mean, she's totally balanced, right? Dark and light. She is loving her soul side for sure with the sun. Who doesn't want to love that part, right? But what about the shadow part, the human part, the insecure part, the limited part, the I'm not good enough part, the doubtful part, Like, what do you do with those? Will you balance them? And you realize what they really gave you, like what they held you back from and why, because you have a certain purpose, North Node. It is your purpose. And I feel like this rebirth, that's what it's about. It's about remembering who you are and then loving every single thing about you, loving all of it, the darkness too. Like, I feel like sometimes I don't use these cards enough because this is the very only one Queen of Wands that I've ever seen that's like this. And, usually we just kind of like, I brush through it and go, she's confident. Like that is it. It's confidence, but in what? In your entire being. It's loving even the dark parts, I get snappy, I talk too much. All those things that you think that you do wrong. I'm telling you mine. And I'm not saying it's about you. I'm just saying like all the dark things about me that I don't know that I love. Like when I'm nervous, I will just talk and talk and talk. And then I think it scares people away sometimes. Like I need to shut the fuck up, But this card tells me like, you came here to be that. You came here to be that talker. Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Libra rising. Like, yeah, I came here to like be a chatter. So like you almost have to embrace those things that you see as a negative because your soul chose it. Your soul wanted to come in as a chatty Cathy, Tina. It did, right? So I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like this cool awakening time, this rebirth, right? It's a time where you realize, like on this, I'm getting so many chills too when I'm like, when you really realize who you are, you're never gonna have to feel that way anymore. You know what I mean? like about yourself, like the doubtful stuff, or like my life sucked, my family experience sucked, my mom sucked, or whatever, you know, like you're thinking about. Like, again, I'm using myself, so, but I think like when we get these like awakenings, and they can be like, if you're a meditator, they could come while you're meditating. I suggest to do it that way because you can remember it. You're wide awake. You're asking spirit to give you the vision, you know, or the memory or whatever. You're asking to work out something. And sometimes I think when it comes in a dream, I tend to like forget, you know, what the dream was. Like I'll remember like one little blip, but I don't remember the answer or the, you know what I mean, the solution. So I don't know, make some time to try and collect that information, you know? All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, this energy is gonna like make you do some different shit. You're like changing up your routine. You're like getting in shape, you're shifting gears, you're embodying the physical life, right? You're replacing your screen time with walks and fresh air time. It's time to take a new workout, a routine, a walk that you may get a great idea while you're doing it, or attract the attention of someone that's interested in living life to the fullest, just like you. So keep your eyes open and smile as you hit the gym or the walking trail. Wow. How about that? There's a big shift in you. And so, you know what that means? You're attracting something completely different. So, do the things that, just like this said, like go for the walk, go for, shut up the phone, shut that motherfucking phone off, and go, walk through the grass barefooted, or drive to the river. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Okay, Aquarius. Mixing up your routine. Oh, there it is. Why are we getting always Saint Germain this week? We're trying to change the vibe because of all the fear that's being thrown at us on the news, you guys. That's why the solstice is here. It's to raise our vibe so we can raise the vibe of others. Okay. It looks like, look at that. First three cards, major. Saint Germain, the Muse, and Raphael, the miracle worker. Boom. We've got somebody coming in. It's an archangel. Think something maybe is changing with your kids, like your energy. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're looking from children eyes, right? Or maybe you're spending more time with them looking through their eyes, right? Or trying to, so that you can raise yourself up. I feel like your wishes are coming true. Center of the read. I feel like honestly you're arriving at your goals. Your higher self is coming out. Look at that. Changes in your home is what I see. Big changes. I see you being outside more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, major arcanas. So a lot going on here. At the end of the day, it's about this judgment card. It's about being like all together, body, mind, soul, like working in one direction. I do feel like there's visions coming in for some of you, or like you're seeing the other side somehow, right? You're being definitely guided. And I feel like you have a total connection here. And so the answer here is saying, like, no matter what's going on around you, you have spirit all around you, all the way around you. They're showing you what to read. They're showing you where to go. They're showing you, I'm right here, right? So I really do feel like something beautiful happening on the home front, in your home, if you have children. Big changes going on in the child arena. Because it's you that's changing. It's not them, it's you. It's the way you see things. I feel like you're seeing more childlike energy, which would be your soul. Because here comes your wishes, center of the reed, right? So what's on the opposite side of the wish fulfillment? It's the initiation of Count Saint Germain, which is like learning to work and change energy. It's the temperance, right? And then the 20 card. This is about letting your soul lead you somewhere. And in the center of that is wish fulfillment. Your soul wants to go to the wish fulfillment, and you're working with this ascended master to change your energy so that you can bring it to you. And what did this just say? It said you're changing your routine and you're attracting new things. Now, remember when it said you're going to meet somebody? Like you're going to meet somebody on this walk? I think it might be this guy. So pay attention. This guy can look like anybody. And it could be somebody you could know. It could be somebody that's a total stranger. But the message that they give you is life-saving. Okay? So pay attention and watch for this person. I can't wait to hear. I hope you guys get back to me about this. So we have like another, 7 days in this energy, in this portal energy, right? They could be teaching you, this person might actually come in here and help you with something like about manifesting or about, I don't know, some kind of knowledge, some kind of key knowledge, right? They could have something to do with your wish fulfillment and something balancing out at home too. Like having everything that you want at home: stability, love, companionship, right? Camaraderie. That's what I feel like is happening here. I don't even feel like I need to clarify this one either. This is really beautiful. I just feel like you have wish fulfillment coming in and a lot of major shit going on, like your soul coming out. I feel like you're getting like the visions. I feel like maybe some of you are becoming mediums. I feel like you have lots of great ideas. It's going to lead you to like this King of Pentacles energy where you are the master of your own destiny, but you can manifest money as well. And this archangel coming in, Archangel Raphael, the miracle worker, bringing in something, right? So maybe bringing in the knowledge of manifesting money. You know what I mean? Who knows, right? I feel like some of you could be being called to be some kind of a teacher too. Bottom of the deck, the scribe was there. 157, 47. Okay, Pisces. Solstice is a great time to use your empathy and ability to connect with people of all backgrounds. Your charisma is very high, so you're attractive to other people. They're wanting to hang out with you. It says seek out exciting people who bring out your most vibrant energy. It's time to express yourself, so treat yourself like a work of art. I love that reading. Use your empathy to connect with people of all backgrounds. Okay, tell me what's happening for Pisces during the solstice, Spirit. Had some visions, mediumship, contact with the other side, building something new. I think there's a little confusion about this new gift, like the visions, the mediumship. Like I feel like, I don't know how you feel about it. Like you're scared of what other people will think, I think, Pisces. Yeah, you are. Ego card comes out. So you have these gifts coming in, but you're like kind of scared to tell anybody because I feel like you don't know, what they're going to think of it, of you, right? So I feel like there's a new beginning coming in. The middle of your reading is the Seven of Forces, which is Seven of Wands, but this one's talking about balance. It's talking about making things fair, right? I see that you have 222 on the table, and you also have 77. If you feel like looking that up, it could mean something, right? Okay. So I can see what's happening here in the first column here. You get these visions and stuff, and then you're sitting here and you're like, oh, so Spirit wants me to do this. And then there's this is your higher self, or your human self going like, what's everybody gonna think of me if I tell them I can see Spirit, I can see angels, I can see fairies. I'm being directed. I'm talking to the other side. What are people going to think? I feel like that's this part, right? And then in the center, you've got like, there's balance coming in for you. I feel like there's a new beginning. The architect could be building something new. Like it could be about work. It could be about, I don't know, maybe building a home, right? Planning it, being the architect, right? I feel like this project brings you balance. And I think it also might lead you to like some kind of understanding about really who you are. King of Forces, your magic. If you don't know that already, I'm going to tell you again, your magic. Pisces, one of the most magical signs of all, most tapped in, right? But let's clarify. What's the Eight of Forces? Like this is like some kind of big aha moment, Spirit coming in, showing you something different or something. What's the Eight of Forces? It's wish fulfillment, it's self-love, and it's abundance. It's something you're creating in this energy, this powerful King of Wands energy. You're creating it. I mean, you might have help from somebody, like there's a muse here, but maybe it's just Spirit. Because you're just filled with great ideas with this muse card, And King of Forces is the guy that's going to pull it off, right? And I think that you do. And I think that this, like listening to these things, like, I'm going to make this, I'm going to do this. And then I feel like you start to love yourself. I feel like you see your strength, you feel empowered, you're making your wishes come true. Beautiful, beautiful row here, right? So there's a celebration of gifts here, but you've got this first part, like you're really kind of you're going to struggle with this because you're worried about what people think about you. I'm sorry that you have that. Spirit, what's the answer to get rid of that? Like, just give me advice on this first column. You know what it's about. Tell me the advice. It's about divine timing. It's about trusting Spirit versus what people think about you. This could really, yeah. So here's what I think. I think the reason that you're receiving these visions and stuff, honestly, it's because you're going through some kind of dark night of the soul, because that card came out. And what happens during a dark night of the soul is like little by little, we realize that our human self has like tendencies that just aren't really working for us anymore. You know, like our human is kind of like in a cycle of, I don't know, it could be about not loving yourself or something like that, right? Feeling like you're not good enough. When you go into the dark night as a soul, one thing at a time leaves. One fucked up belief at a time. It just disappears. It's because your higher self shows you something else. They plant a new seed where that old seed was, you know? And something new sprouts from it. And that's what's happening here. Like you're going down a new path. Ace of keys, right? Ace of pentacles. Wheel of fortune. Wheel of fortune. Self-care. Love of self. Integration, body, mind, and soul. Leaving off the ego. The deception, the fear, the resistance. That's what it's saying. You're building something new. It's a new you. It's an integrated you. You know what I mean? It's like a happy you. It's a you that accepts things, you know? You accept every shit thing as fate. You know, you're realizing it. And I think it just is a cause for celebration, you know? And a new beginning, right? Because that's what it's talking about, new beginning. North Node is here again. So if you don't know what your North Node is, you know, and you want to know what your purpose is, that's where you need to start. Tell me what the Seven of Scrolls is. Yeah. This is about surrendering the way you've been looking at yourself, the way you believe about yourself, releasing it, and having the courage to change that. It all begins with a thought pattern, you know. But what's happening is your higher self is just coming on in. Love you is what it says. Love you. I'm right here. Aren't you grateful? Aren't you grateful? Let's be grateful together in the moment. And then King of Swords, let me show you how much power. Let me show you how much power there is here. Like you think you're helpless, but you're really filled with power to do whatever you want. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening for you over the solstice. Wow. Cancer North Node, me too. That's mine too. I'm a Cancer North Node, and it has been. I also have an 11 life path number, an 11 soul urge number, which really does talk about a shit kind of like experience, right? Okay, well, that is what I got for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and happy solstice, right? It's coming right up on us. So you guys be ready. This is like magical energy, and I think you can use it however you want. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye, Tim. Thanks for being off. Your soul urge is 11 too? Tim. Bye, Teresa. I'm a Virgo. Can you show some mercy? I did a Virgo reading. It is Virgo is at 5302. Yeah. So you have a soul urge number of 11. I have soul urge and life path number 11. And yeah, it's not been the greatest. Like, you know, like I've had a lot of stuff. I'm sure my soul is just going, way to go. You did it. We did it, right? We have the Neptune placement here. Yeah. Your LP is 7. Oh, your life path. Yeah. Neptune, is it in your, that's in my first house in Scorpio. So it's in Scorpio in your fourth house, is that what you said? Mine's in my first house, so I'm pretty, like, I have, like, just the most craziest ideas about what I should be, you know what I mean? I mean, I think it's that. Like, I have so much expectations about the person I should be, and I'm just this, like, all my life. Like, I've always thought should be more, you know? Yeah, fourth house. So that's in your family, Neptune. So did you like dream of having a picture perfect like family life? Okay. Yeah, you should send me an email. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys later. I love you so much. Thanks for being here, Tim. Love you. Bye.